Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. St. Lucia's political leaders have joined the likes of regional counterparts to pay homage to former Prime Minister of Barbados, Owen Arthur, following news of his passing.
Prime Minister Alan Chastanet has extended condolences to the government and people of Barbados following the passing of former Prime Minister Owen Arthur. The PM referred to the late Owen Arthur as a patriot who he held to the highest regard, having thrived in the unenviable position of LIAT's chairman. Chastanet further reminisced having worked closely with Arthur on the development of the Caribbean Single Market and Economy, CSME.
Prime Minister Arthur is a gentleman that I have the deepest amount of respect for. And not only was he a patriot for Barbados, but you can honestly say that he was a consummate patriot for the Caribbean. His leadership role with CSME and the vision that he had in terms of integrating the Caribbean will always be remembered. And I will always have the greatest amount of respect for him. And his last role as the chairman of LIAT, not an enviable position to be in, but despite how difficult it was, even at this late stage, that he was prepared to take that on. And again, I know that he was not just doing it for Barbados, but he was doing it for all of us in the Caribbean.
Leader of the St. Lucia Labour Party, Philip J. Pierre, shared similar sentiments on the undeniable contribution of Owen Arthur to regional integration. Pierre says Arthur served as a friend and mentor to the Labour Party, having offered counsel at several junctures during their last term in office.
Owen Arthur was a friend of the St. Lucia Labour Party, and we will always remember his stimulating and thought-provoking address to the party's annual conference of delegates in 2015. The fact is, Owen Arthur leaves an indelible footprint in the soil of the Caribbean, and his passing will be a deep loss, not only for the people of Barbados, but also for the people of the entire region.
The former Barbadian Prime Minister passed away on the morning of July 27, 2020, at age 70. Arthur was Barbados's fifth Prime Minister. He led the country for an unprecedented 3 consecutive terms, from 1994 to 2008, having served as a Member of Parliament for the constituency of St. Peter from 1984 to 2013. He is documented as the country's longest-serving Prime Minister. May he rest in peace. Jacques Wooding, Hot 7 News.
Residents of the CDC are calling on relevant authorities to deal with sanitation issues in the area. They are asking for more bins to be placed around the different blocks, as well as for waste to be collected in a timely manner. Genevieve Gonzague reports.
Residents of the CDC are calling on relevant authorities to place more bins in and around the area. It was an eyesore on Monday morning as piles of garbage were seen between blocks W and V. We spoke to residents of the area who explained that the issue with the garbage is not new. However, they say it is unbearable. A resident of the CDC for over 50 years, Andrina Polius, told Hot 7 that this is the first time that she is witnessing the littering issue in her block at such a magnitude. She explained that there are only 2 bins, both placed in front of Block W, and it appears that they are for the use of the entire CDC.
Tom, Dick, Harry, all over the place coming and dump rubbish there. When people pass in, they say people in the CDC so nasty, they cannot pass in the CDC yard. But I mean to tell you, Houghton cutting the grass, they have the fellas cutting the grass for him. You mean to tell me all these garbage, these black bags full of rubbish by the garbage bin? Drumbees come in every day. Yeah? The only thing I would like solid waste to do for me, just get out the 2 bins that is there, and when the truck is passing, people will get off from their place and go on for the rubbish in the truck. That's what we had some time back.
While Polius is calling for the complete removal of bins and for individuals to be responsible for disposing of their own garbage, another resident, Eustace Henry, says the issue can easily be resolved.
Several appeals have been made, requesting the mayor and the housing authority to address those problems. That problem can be resolved very easily. We need to have additional bins. The limited bins we have right now are providing services for the residents of the CDC, and other business places are actually dropping the garbage in the CDC area. There's a problem of disposal in Castries, and that has to be seriously addressed.
Henry made the point that the authorities responsible for the collection of waste should do so in a timely fashion to help mitigate the issues faced by tenants with rodents, stray dogs and vagrants.
You see, the garbage has to be collected on a timely basis. Unless that is done, you have the dogs coming overnight and busting all the back. Even the zombies we have around Castries, although some of them were taken off to the VG complex during the COVID crisis, but we still have the dogs coming in the city, busting the bags. The garbage should be collected on a timely basis, maybe every day or two, and carried away so we don't have a problem around the Castries area.
The residents of the area say they are unable to live in such filth and need something done urgently. Reporting from the CDC area for Hot 7 TV, I am Genevieve Gonzague.
According to the leader of the opposition, Philip J. Pierre, there is no factual data to support suggestions that reinstating a curfew would have any impact on crime. Rather, he believes that the two are parallel and should remain as such.
There's absolutely no relationship between the curfew and the crime. Absolutely no relationship. That the government and the Prime Minister did not keep his promise to the people of St. Lucia that he would solve the issues of crime after he'd been told that crime was not as simple as he made it sound or look. Now, the Prime Minister wants to infringe on people's rights because he has failed in his promises to the people of St. Lucia. Our party categorically believes that there is no relationship between the curfew and crime, and the government should not continue to infringe on the freedom of the people of St. Lucia.
Pierre says the government should take a more proactive approach to addressing crime, as was promised on their platform prior to the last general election. You're watching the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Stay with us. There's more coming up after the break.